Hello everyone, welcome to the latest episode of Sales Unboxing. If you'd like to keep up with what toys or collectibles I'll be reviewing or unboxing next, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. About a year ago, I did a quick unboxing of the RG or real grade God Gundam upon receiving with all of you. If you missed my previous unboxing, you can always check out from the link in the description section below. And 1 year later, I finally finished assembling the RG God Gundam and I can have a detailed review with you guys. Wow, how time flies, eh? I do take my time with my modeling though. So this is what we'll be reviewing this week. RG God Gundam, plus the premium Bandai exclusive RG expansion set for God Gundam. Let me remove the contents inside. I'll also show you a quick final assembly of both before we proceed further. Since we have two boxes to review, we have a lot to cover. Let's start with the RG God Gundam first. As we've mentioned before, RG model kits have the same scale as HG or high-grade models, which are both 1 to 144 scale. But RG models are way more detailed and complicated, and they either have a full inner frame or at least half inner frame. Like this God Gundam, it has a full inner frame to be on par with its MG counterpart, but it's shrunk to fit in your palm. You can see that it has excellent counterparts for every single part all over the model kit, and 2 shades of white to add the extra layer of depth to it. In addition, it's not as plain as an HG model, making it standing out even more. As just mentioned, RG God Gundam has a full frame inside to give it wider range of motions and various poses. But we all know that early RG model kits were being infamous exactly for their frame. Take Z Gundam as an example. Once you finish building them, forget about transforming to Wave Rider mode because you'll mostly break the frame here or there. Or the first RG model kit, which was the RX-78-2 Gundam. The armor pieces would be falling off just when you started playing with it. Well, after so many years of refinements and adjustments, Bandai Spirit seems to have finally fixed the issue. For this God Gundam, the inner frame is sturdy enough yet not too difficult to pose. Even with the very fragmented parts, they do come off too easily, making it some of the best among the lineup. I just hope Bandai Spirits can keep up with this standard for future RG releases. RG God Gundam also comes with quite a lot of impressive accessories. Although in mobile Gundam G Fighter anime series, the competitors have to fight mainly with hand-to-hand combat with their Gundams, God Gundam is still equipped with some standard equipment like the God Slash right on the side, which is equivalent to Beam Saber, Vulcan gun in the head, and the 3-barrel cannon on the shoulder. Let me just show you. Hopefully I won't break anything. Oops. See, right here. It also comes with the signature core lander, much like the core fighter, that can be detached or attached to the back like this. When God Gundam is activated in its hybrid mode, the energy multiplier on the chest opens up and 6 wings on the core lander are deployed, and Ring of Light appears on the back of God Gundam, which is represented with these plastic rings to give the stunning effect. Several pairs of handbars are also given in here. So it's packed in the model kit, including the orange ones, to recreate special attacks like the Bakunasu God Finger or Erupting God Finger, and Sakiha Takuyoken or Rock Breaking Sky Shocking Fist. Kinda long name. But it is not complete on its own, which led us to the review of the next item, the RG expansion set for God Gundam. First of all, don't be fooled by the cover artwork. The contents are more than that. So I have to move this away for a while. Let's go over one by one. We have the orange effect parts for both Bakunasu Godfinger and Sakiha Takuyoken. It also has the orange orb right here. Ooh, oh, it's rolling away. With the enlarged, it's kind of hard to see, King of Heart emblem to match with the one in the chest. They even give us the dedicated stand, but I'm not going to assemble that because I just have too many lying around already. The main theme for this expansion set is surely Fuunsaiki. However, the runners is exactly the ones included with the HG Master Gundam that was released back in 2011. That's why it's way less detailed compared with the RG God Gundam. The hoofs and even the armor around the legs are the same color as the legs, and the pose is almost fixated like this, except that you can just move the lower legs a little bit. But I do have seen some models modifying it so it can stand on its 4 for a more natural riding pose. So some painting is still required if you want to make them nicer. And surprisingly, they didn't include any extra stickers for Fuunsaiki, not water decals or plastic stickers at all. That's because they released separate dedicated water decals that are good for both God Gundam and Fuunsaiki, like what I've done in here. Suddenly, the 11-year-old Fuunsaiki looks so much better after applying the decals. Now let me share something I've done with both kits. Since the parts for RG model kits are so small and tiny, there's a very high chance that of me losing them even for just assembling them together. So instead of fully painting the whole model like my MG or just any others, I opted for straight building them instead, including Fuunsaiki. The only exception is the original yellow parts, where I painted them with gold color to make them more elegant. And like I've just mentioned, I painted the hoofs and the armor for the lower legs for Fuunsaiki like this. And the rest was just adding some darker gray accents. To both model kits, painting in the panel lines as usual, and applying the dedicated water decals, and then spray the partially assembled parts with semi-gloss top coat. I'll suggest using the water-based top coat if you're going to do similar things like me, because oil-based one may have adverse effects on the panel lines as well as the stickers. But never be afraid to experiment different ways of modeling. So that's it for this episode of Cells Unboxing. We will see RG Master Gundam, RG Shiny Gundam, or even RG Nobel Gundam from the same Mobile Fighter G Gundam series, or Elite's God Gundam Hyper Mode in completely plated gold or clear colors, since many of the armor parts have undergears already. With such a refined finishing of RG models nowadays and the mobile fighters sharing the same inner frame, coupled with the high demand for Master Gundam to be RGized for the ultimate fighting scene, it's just a matter of time before things get materialized. The All Japan Model and Hobby Show 2023 will be coming by the end of September, so let's keep our fingers crossed that Bandai Spirits will make some exciting announcements. In the meantime, don't forget to like and comment on this video. I'll also put both RG God Gundam and Fuunsaiki on the turntable for different poses. Let's build a great collection, everyone.